Hello everyone, today I'll show you how you can make a third-person camera in Godot engine like this. Your camera can rotate 360 degrees horizontally and 90 degrees vertically. The concept behind this camera is really simple. Let's assume this is your player. You place the camera at some distance away from the player, but before that you make an arm like this, and at the end of the arm you place the camera. Now if you rotate the arm clockwise or anti-clockwise, the camera along with it will also rotate like this. And if you do the similar motion upward and downward, the camera is going to move upward in 360 degrees as well. This is the concept that we will be applying in our game. So if we look at the player scene, we see this is the camera pivot. You can rotate it like this and it will move the camera along with it. However, the camera is not directly the child of the pivot. Instead, it is the child of the arm. The position of the pivot and the arm is same, and the camera is placed at the end of the arm. Now if we are to move the camera sideways, we simply rotate the arm and it moves the camera along with it. And if we are to move the camera up and down, we rotate the camera arm instead of the pivot. These two nodes together can make the camera rotate 360 degrees on all axes, more specifically along the y-axis and the x-axis. But it will achieve the 360 degree rotation that we are looking for in our third-person game. Now if we look at the script, we can see that this part of the script deals with the exact same thing. But before you understand this part, let me first give you the overall context. First of all, if we see in our demo, the camera is captured. You cannot see the mouse pointer. This line of the code does that capturing of our mouse pointer. This is necessary because without it, your mouse pointer will eventually be reaching at the edges of your screen and can no longer support the motion. After your mouse is captured, what we do, we look for any event. So if there is any mouse motion event, we do this all rotations thing. Now, if the current position of the mouse relative to its last position along the horizontal axis has some value, then we rotate the camera pivot along the y-axis based on that value. We do the similar thing for the camera arm, but we rotate it along the x-axis. For horizontal motion, we use the event.relative.x, and for vertical motion, we use event.relative.y. Optionally, we clamp our rotation along the x-axis so it never goes beyond 90 degrees. The other parts of the code are a bit irrelevant, but they are worth explaining. This line of the code makes the mouse visible again after it has been captured. Now if we look at each frame, the physics process function, we can get a clue of how to make that kind of interesting motion as well. Because in our demo, we saw that the player was rotating towards the camera, rotating towards the position where the camera was looking at, and then the player was moving in that direction. To achieve that, we get the camera pivot direction. How we do this? We get the local transform of our camera pivot, and then we eliminate the y component from it. So we get the horizontal direction of our camera pivot. We normalize that direction and assign it to a variable. Then we make the velocity to be in that direction. And for the visual look, we also rotate the visuals along the direction. And finally, since we are using the character body 3D, we call move and slide. And that is how you can achieve a very interesting third-person look for your game very easily. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe the channel for more content.